Hey guys, I'm Gentrification, and today, for Elspeth Von Draken, and, I mean, we're gonna see what's gonna happen, but, yeah, we did fight this guy, but he's still got some strength in him, and he's recruiting more units, so the two guys here might still just walk around us and attack Faldorf, which is kind of annoying. We can't get close enough to make a difference, so, rather than tiring myself out, I'm just gonna loiter here. There are also a bunch of other orcs running around our territory. Honestly, just a lot of orcs. A lot of orcs. You have to deal with that. Eventually.
My family has lived in the
And character door gone. Well, okay. I guess that's our trade partner gone. Anyone else want to trade? No. The person who most wants to trade is Disciples of the Maw. Like, what the hell? It's just absurd. Why don't you want to trade? Like, come on. Emperor. The ones who give you all of your guns. Like, come on. Trade already. You creep. Anyway, whatever. They didn't move for some wild reason. I really have no idea. I guess I'll just try and attack them again. They might end up just like doing that thing where they just walk right around and end up like impossible to reach, which would be very annoying. But I can totally see that happening. And I need to take Steingard, which is going to be also a bit of a pain. So let's see where he goes. I bloody knew it. Like, that's behaviour I really wish they would do something about. Because, like, that's all of our movement, and we trespass for it. It's just, it's so dumb. We're going to touch Steingart. They'll get dragged into the combat. Ooh, I think our dwarfen neighbours might be in trouble down there. So, decisive victory, medium casualties. We'll lose basically our front line, but I do want to replace them all with halberdiers at some point. No, we still need them to fight other things before then, so we're just going to have to fight this battle ourselves. Okay. Of course they're coming behind us. Oh, the enemy coming in from behind when we have mostly ranged units is probably not the best thing that could have happened. So I guess we just have to kill these guys in a hurry. We've got 2 minutes. Oh boy. Alright, Jesus, I can hear you. I'm right here. Bloody hell. Yeah. Bloody hell. You guys are going to charge forwards. And, yeah, quickly. Yeah.
We are the clenched fist of Nuln. By blade and bullet, by magic and might, the Empire shall stand triumphant.
Well, good. I'm glad. Alright, come on, guys. Come on. Whoops, and you. Oh, bloody hell. Come on. Come on, just get in the front line, yeah? Alright, good. And I know, I'm leaving them all behind, because I'm counting on being able to get back in a hurry. You know what, I'm going to leave one of these guys, just in case it's squigs, and I'm scared. I'm scared of the squigs. I'm scared. Alright, let's hit them. I would love, oh god, really? Wolf Riders? Well, that's no good. I would love to get me a dragon. Is that so much to ask? Is that so much to ask, really? And yeah, here we go. Alright, let's have you charge them, I think. Because you can shoot while moving. And yeah, Elspeth is a great, like, anchor here. So that'll do nicely. You shoot those goblin archers, please. And yeah, this is going great. We're going really well. They're having a bad day. And oh god, are you all shooting at something I don't want you to be shooting at? Probably. Alright. Let's hit them again. Because they're jerks. Right, have you seriously not dealt with them yet? Come on. Now. 11 more seconds. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Alright, let's move you backwards. And, there he is. Let's get Lupio back here. Got a Null 9 sides. Yeah, I want you to be over here too, I guess. I don't like this ridge. That ridge concerns me. And how's the spearman doing? Spearman! I mean, they're very vocal. Give them that. Is that a good thing? Being very shouty? Maybe. I don't know if those swordsmen are going to make it. But they might. They might. I mean, they're here. Alright, J, isn't it? Sure is. Time to turn around. Alright, how are we looking? Oh boy. Alright, shoot over here somewhere. And... Alright, you... Alright, go fight them. Actually, you know what? Don't even bother. You go fight them, because you're basically all dead anyway. And, okay, Squig Herd having a bad day. I mean, it's very difficult for them to charge up here, I think. It is not going to be easy for him. Let's put you quite low. Put you quite low down here. Very worried about all our artillery. Having some ideas, although... That looks pretty good. Mortars seem to be shooting over the top. They are very over the top, aren't they? God's sake, can you be dead? Just be dead. Come on. Well, I'll probably lose those swordsmen. We're planning on losing them anyway. I mean, planning is a... you know... It's one way to put it, I guess. Okay. And... oh god, the swords are completely surrounded there. Alright, they're gone. They're gone. Like, how are you guys still going? Seriously. Stop. Stop it. Alright. Alright. It's all good. It's all good. Squigs are on the way back. Maybe it's not all good. Let's get you guys back up here. Both of you, actually. Let's get both of you back up here. And let's move you up this way so you're in a slightly better spot. Now, you go chase them off again. You shoot them, because I'm worried that you're going to shoot all of our own guys in a second. Again. Alright, how are we looking? Pretty good. Our engineer's still in here, just sort of being a bit of a pain. They also have a wizard in here. Wonder how he's going to do. Alright, let's run you back. And you know what? Let's run you this way. And let's hit those goblins. And I think we just lost a unit there, or something. Alright, go chase him down. And yet, you keep shooting them, that's fine. Those Squig Herd have had it. Okay, they've all had it. Excellent. Alright, good job, buddy. Nice. Yeah, we did it. Messy battle, you know, what with the split there, but I'd say we did a pretty good job of dealing with them and then getting home to deal with them afterwards. Alright, bunch more schematics, which is great to see. Not going to subjugate them, no, we're taking this over, which means we have another province taken. Which is good. These two could easily take Fildorf, though. Ooh, Deathjacks. One can rely on the Deathjacks to silently track the foe to their location, but also snaffle the baggage train in the last of the mead. Sigmar's sons, the heart of any battle, and the embodiment of Sigmar's will as they heroically engage the foe. And we've got another scribe. We have a Deepwood branch because we finished a quest. We also have Solent now. And yeah, this was the quest we completed. Have 3 provinces. Lovely. Good stuff. Let's get the Council of Burgomeisters for higher growth. And yeah, we'll see what they do. They're suffering attrition because they have no home province. Fildorf does actually have a slightly better garrison now. I think we probably could defeat these guys with that garrison, but it's going to be a little bit iffy, I think. It's also a little bit iffy letting these guys run around in my home provinces when I haven't ruled them yet. So let's get money. Like, actually, though. No, let's get growth first. Alright, then I'll swap that out for money later. Because we need to kind of speed run to tier 5, and now that I've said that, all you guys are going to assume that that means I'm going to get here really quickly, instead of getting sidetracked by literally everything and everything. But, you know, there are fires I'm going to have to put out, and that means throwing money at them. Like, it's just the nature of this game. You know, best laid plans of, you know... What's her title again? I can't remember what her title was. Magistrix or whatever. You know, the best laid plans of magistrix and men, as they say. Let's get something, maybe. I think it's time for Emperor's Finest. Or do we want to start going in with some magic? So we get like a Fata Buna or Purple Sun. Something exciting. Doom and Darkness, I adore. I love that spell. You know, overcasting that onto a big blob of like orcs or something and seeing them all run away. It's great. Good stuff. But I think we do need to make sure our front line holds. Because my front line, I do want to be a bunch of halberdiers. So I do want them to hold.
Secrets. I must extract them.
Master of Ballistics, which gives him extra accuracy and reload skill aura if it's a artillery war machine. So yeah, we can have him hang out next to our many artillery pieces, which could be fun. I think I'd enjoy that. Let's move on. Oh, I should actually do an upgrade. I think we can afford to do a third upgrade, which means we can then afford to do additional upgrades. Well, not afford to do it, but we'll have unlocked the next tier of upgrades. And we are being attacked, and it looks like that other army got taken out by a joint force of like Avalanders and Sterlanders, which is interesting. Yeah, I think I'll just let them get killed, actually. I think that's fine, and then we'll praise Sigmar so the rest of our boys can get their health back. I wish it would tell me a bit louder what, you know, the schematics I got. I know it says it at the bottom, but I always seem to click the tick when it's about to show up in the middle of the screen. You know, because they don't display anywhere here, which is very unusual for like a campaign resource not to show up at the top somewhere. It's unusual, isn't it? Because 944, we have to go to the screen to know. How often do we go to the screen and not be able to do anything? It's odd. It doesn't just tell us. Or have like a little plus on it to say something's available. I don't know, something. Do we want to do you so we have more projectiles? I kind of do, yeah. I mean, I could do a bunch of things, but we're going to unlock the second tier, so we get even more rockets for the second tier potentially, which could be quite cool. Loads more ammunition for all of our gunnery units, and a nice 10% bonus to reload time reduction. Exploding ammo, that's scary. 25% extra missile strength, that's huge. Because like great cannons are like, they're powerful. You know, they do a big chunk of damage, and they're pretty damn accurate. Fighting like, you know, shooting at like dragons or something. You know, shooting at infantry, they already kill everything they touch. But when you're shooting at something big, just getting a big bonus to the damage is really nice. It's really good. But, yeah, more mortar explosion radius. We have 3 mortars. It'd be mad not to upgrade them. Next up, we need 600, which means we need 6 more. We just unlocked tier 2, though, which is good. So we just got experimental explosive ancillary. Nice. Recruitment cost is down for gunnery units, and we've unlocked tier 2 upgrades. There is also the Amethyst Armory. And for that we need to complete this one, huh? So the Amethyst Armory is going to get us unique, like, magic-infused tech, right? So it's the two, you know, the two things of sort of Wissenland and you know, Elspeth Von Draken. It's very cool. So we'll see. We'll see how we can imbue our boys with terrifying magic bullets and stuff soon. Do I want to upgrade one of the other units now, or save up to get, like, Snipe and Stalk? Or big missile strength, or just more ammo and reload time reduction? That's not as fun, but the exploding bullets is awesome. I think when we get exploding bullets, I don't mind spending 600 on that. But I think this is more interesting, and this is more interesting, even though that is just a straight damage buff. I think this is what we'll get. I think we're going to get camouflage netting for the mortars. Like, that's just huge, to have them not be targeted in siege battles. We can just leave them alone and they can just kill everything. Be very cool. Huglug Backbite got killed. And yeah, these two, they handled it. Well done. How many of you guys like me? It does. I thought they might. I thought they might. Because, you know, we had an enemy in common, and they tend to love that. Ooh, okay, Carrick Hearn. I would like to get these guys on side, even though I'd love to get Halle Beckland on side too. I'm going to do these guys first, and we'll see if we still have enough trade goods for Talabekland to want to trade. They do.
Approach us friend
Good.
and make your offer.
Nice. Okay, that's great news. That's really good.
Yes?
That is really good. Yes, yes. Yes, it is.
By Sigma's will, come in peace.
And we're already trading with him, so
As
that's
you
fine.
say, sir.
Okay, good. Good. We've won over some of our neighbours. Love to see it. So amazingly, there's still the Broken Nose tribe here. But shouldn't Karakazgaraz have taken them out by now? Oh no, because they went down to Zarakzil first. Interesting. Interesting. I can upgrade Fort Sol. We need to do that whenever we can. Need to keep an eye on that. And Filedorf we can upgrade. How about Nuln? 4 more turns and we can upgrade Nuln. Until then, we'll upgrade what we can. The Dawnstone. This used to be like some crappy, like 17% physical resist or some crap. Now, barrier hit points. How cool is that? Honestly, some of the changes to the items are really cool. That, to me, feels so much more interesting. To have, like... She's going to be on a dragon, so she'll be able to, like, jump in, nom on a bunch of people, fly off again. Like, she's going to have time to get that barrier back, and it's going to feel really good for, like, you know, her character to be able to have this, like, magical barrier to ward off, you know, missiles and hits coming her way. It's cool. I think it's a really nice thing that we're getting, you know, that effect on old items. It's very cool. So, precious stone that glows at the break of every dawn. Its bearer is said to be protected by an invisible field. I mean, it describes it perfectly, doesn't it? An unusual location in Steingart. Oh, fun. I also love this mechanic. There's been some really cool stuff added to Warhammer, like in, you know, the last year or so. It's very cool. An unusual site has been discovered near one of your settlements, warranting an investigation to determine its potential benefit. As with any unexpected presence on your land, you have the option to remove it, though at a cost. However, if deemed valuable or of interest, this place can be left undisturbed. Assessing its worth is essential in deciding your next course of action. Now we need to build some tall walls. Yeah, that seems fair. I think we'll be doing that eventually. Your increased vigilance leads to intriguing opportunity. Oh, it's the Ulrika Magdova quest. Okay. Do we want Ulrika Magdova in our campaign? That's an interesting one, because maybe I can imagine if anyone's going to sort of make use of a sort of rogue vampire, it would be someone with an affinity with death. But then Elspeth does kind of hate the undead, you know? She does hate the undead, but a turncoat undead, that's interesting. That's interesting. And, you know,
Amethyst
like women in the old world got to stick together, you know? Interesting. Yeah, I'm tempted. I think she'd be a cool addition. Just get all of the, you know, the wizard women. That'd be good. The Empire's enemies, both mortal and otherwise, have long sought to topple what Sigmar built. Foes who step foot upon Imperial soil find themselves vanquished by the fury of their steel and gunpowder soon enough. Nonetheless, the safety of the populace can never be ignored. There have been reports of mutilated bodies appearing across the Sylvanian countryside, a grave threat that serves as a timely reminder that we must secure our homeland. Recruit 30 new units. One day. And experimental explosive. All units in the army. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's nice. Is there something you can have?
Arena and Nuln.
Sure is. Oh, man. So yeah, explosive missile damage plus 10% for all units in the army, and missile explosive radius plus 10%. So that is obviously great for our mortars and our Hellstorm rocket battery. Bigger explosions, more damage. Great, right? Huge. But also, when we get our handgunners and, you know, whatever, all of our like riflemen and stuff, when we get them upgraded fully in the gunnery school, they all get explosive damage too, so that's going to buff them too. So that's really cool. I love that. This compound of highly volatile powder ignites with the slightest jostle, perfectly suitable for the battlefield if you can get it there unexploded. And we also will get a magic missile out of it too, which explodes, because, you know, of course it does. And yeah, we did this too, so we got a bit of extra cash. Gunnery school upgraded, sure did. The new training grounds affords our troops the best possible learning experience, alongside a separate area for safety testing, improved designs for standard issue weaponry. Good. Now, Wissenberg, bigger farm, please. Which, actually, I think has sped this up already, the development of that first farm. So that's good news.
Amethyst Mage.
Emperor's Finest again. I know getting a bunch of magic would be useful, but, you know, these three, and we're kind of set, you know, because I don't think we're going to get any of these guys. Maybe we'll get some, like, a steam tank or two, perhaps, you know. Oh, getting some knights of why weren't you changing there? That was weird. But yeah, getting some Knights of the Black Rose. Or some Knights of Moor. It's them, right? Yeah, there they are. You know, a couple of them each, I think would be pretty cool. So I don't know. We might need to change things up a bit. Now what are we going to do? Are we going to get some Knights of the Black Rose early, actually? Because I feel like we still need kind of a front line. So I think some halberds would be handy.
Lady of Shaiish.
Now, where is... Oh, I think they might have dealt with the other... that other orc army. So I think now we just want to hunt down this jerk. If I attacked him, I'd only have... well, I'd have 8% of my movement, which kind of sucks. So I think I need to jump him.
The graveyard rose.
I can move here, actually.
Death takes
and get
the
recruitment,
laggard.
then attack them.
We are the strength
That would be pretty
of
good.
the Empire.
But even like war wagons would be really interesting. Outriders have great armor piercing, and they're really nice and quick. I mean, that's really good. But yeah, I think Knights of the Black Rose would be cool. A reminder of man's mortality lies in the dread nature of these knights' frightening appearance, ostensibly at odds with their motto, fear not death. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, I think we get some Knights of the Black Rose. I think we get a couple of them. And I wonder, do we want more handgunners? Probably not. We probably have quite a lot of handgunners. I think we do need to swap out the spearmen for halberds. We might even need to swap out some of the free company for halberds. Get like a couple of handgunners, swap these other two for halberds, so at least... We don't have 4 halberds. That's not enough halberds. All of these should be halberds, really. There'd be fewer guns, but like free company were always going to be just like a stopgap that goes pew pew pew. So, you know, there is that. So I wonder... God, it's a tough one. But yeah, just some cavalry would be really useful, I think. Even though they will block line of sight a bunch. It's just they suit Elspeth really well. Although, what might be more interesting is if we get a second army, and our second army is largely knights. Right, and we have Bruckner in there. With like, you know, just a general of the Empire or something. And yeah, we go big on like cavalry and, you know, outriders, things like that. That way, if they then back up Elspeth Von Draken, she can have this insane gun line, and then the other army can just sweep everything up after it's been, like, pounded to smithereens by artillery. I think that could be really fun. So I think maybe we just focus on more guns. Do we get mortars? Do we get more mortars? I don't know. Let's get some halberdiers. Let's get some halberdiers. And let's actually get rid of our spearmen so we can get more of them and also more handgunners. So you'll have 4 of these halberdiers, 4 free company to intersperse like between them, and then we'll just have a solid gun line behind. We'll try something like that. I mean, it's lots of guns. You can't go wrong. Okay, how are we looking? How are we looking? Where are our enemies at? Who are our enemies? I mean, we should probably go up here and deal with Festus, shouldn't we? Which could be very scary. He's quite a slow army, is the thing. His army is quite slow. If we can get Stalk on these guys... So yeah, we still need to do one more battle. If we can get Stalk on our mortars, we can kind of put them all over the place. And they can just, like, pound all of Nurgle's infantry as they move up. And, you know, we can lure them towards... just like an army of guns as well that can retreat quicker than they can. I think that could be really interesting. But yeah, we need to deal with Festus. He is an objective. You know, I do want to complete the actual, like, story objectives of this campaign, because actually I think they're quite good. I think they fit, you know, the task of making sure the Empire is safe and all of the evil stuff isn't there anymore. It's, you know, just pretty straightforward. The deceivers we're going to ignore and hope that they just kind of die. And if we do happen to see, you know, the changeling running around, then we will attack him. It's just, you know, you can't really count on. Excuse me. Sorry, it's been very warm today. I'm very sleepy. But yeah, I don't want to count on them declaring war on him. Really. Because I don't know if he'll turn up. If he does turn up, he'll just like turn up out of the blue. Oh, hang on. Here's the changeling. Well, now I kind of want to go for him. And we're not going to trespass, are we? We have agreements with them. Good. All right, they'll probably like it if we kill these guys. But yeah, we should kill the changeling if we can reach him. And yeah, we'll auto-resolve that. Hopefully, we won't lose much. Good. That wasn't bad.
Our faith reinvigorated.
Okay, good. So we can't reach him, obviously. See, with him being right there, and with an army, do you think he'd be confident enough to attack us? Because he might be. He actually might be. I also think maybe the extra missile strength would be great for him now. Because, like, that's good fighting armies like this, where they have things like, you know, the change bringers that we just need to hit really hard and kill really quickly. Okay, only 90 range, so our guns could probably deal with them before they could, you know, do much. But being able to shoot at Modrobob or the changeling from a distance would be pretty good. Try and wipe them out with cannon fire. But no, I think the mortars keep them out of trouble. But yeah, do I declare war? No, I'm gonna have to wait. The army is visible to enemies. Yeah, I know. It's odd to say that it's visible when I can see it. You know, that's the giveaway, right? Anyway, restock would be pretty good. This allows us to give more ammunition to whoever. So we can give our, you know, our Hellstorm rocket battery more ammunition, for instance. That's pretty huge. So let's get that. All of this stuff is really cool too, and oh, I mean, extra missile strength, extra 12% missile strength for the hero's army. That's pretty great. Mercurial shot, it's another magic missile for him. Basic ammunition gains increased damage and armor-piercing missile damage. And gains a short-range explosive damage ammunition switch. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff. For sure. And a mechanical steed, of course. Yeah, we'll wait to see if we can see him next turn. If we can, we'll see if we can't jump him. But yeah, I would like him dead. Can we do another one of these? Can we do another? I think we can. Good. Oh, we've got Garden Morn and Talapime. So, this army, after we figure out what we do with the changeling, we'll either take him out this turn, or we'll teleport to Talapime. That'll give us a cheeky little cash injection. And, yeah, that would be pretty cool, I think. Do I want to get the Knights of Maul there? I'm not sure. This one for all the extra magic and stuff is great, but this one, I mean, more global recruitment capacity again, you know, cheaper upkeep for everyone nearby. Like, this is still pretty good. But, yeah, just the garrison's really nice. Because that will really help out our ally here. And if we do ally with them properly, we could build an outpost in Talapime as well. Maybe? Can we still do that? I think we can. In which case we'll contribute even more units. So it'll make them really sturdy against attack, which I think would be really cool. So I think we are going to go the Militia of Moor again. And yeah, Elspeth has long-standing alliances with the Cult of Moor. She sure does. So, what's next? Yeah, see what he does, I guess, and then maybe teleport. Which we do using a mechanic of some kind. There we go, we click on that, right? No. How do we teleport you?
Amethyst Mage.
There's a button somewhere. I forget what it is. Or where it is. Oh, fast travel. Okay, it costs $2,000 to fast travel, which is kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. Not a fan of that. Don't like having to pay to travel. You know, cheaper flights. That's what we need. Nice cheap flights. And another unusual location, huh? That's pretty cool. I like that. So, an unusual site has been discovered near one of your settlements. Hang on a minute. I never looked at this one. Ooh, okay. Chance for events to trigger related to this location. I've never actually left this alone to like long enough to see what it would do. So that's interesting. I'm gonna leave it. I'm actually gonna leave it. Although I think it might be when Slanesh corruption reaches a certain amount. Ugh. I want to see what it is. And no spoilers, please. Like, seriously. I'm going to leave it. So, that is on the rise very, very slowly. I think it's going to lower control, it's going to lower growth. It's going to do a lot. Oh, I do want to see what it does. From a distance, this vineyard looks immaculate. Its grapevines perfectly kept, almost as if sculpted into the hillside. It's almost hard to resist paying such a place a visit. Yeah, I'm getting rid of it. I've got to get rid of it. It's
Elspeth
we've got
Von
like the end game
Draken.
crisis stuff. I can't afford to have one of the only provinces I will be taking this campaign because I'm trying to restore the empire, keep all the elect accounts healthy, happy and healthy. I'm not about to conquer a bunch of stuff. It's not going to happen. So and here it becomes a legend. Mission issued. Well, one more battle, and we do that. So that's nice. So we can reach them. Genuinely, I don't think we'd stand a chance. Like, genuinely.
Amethyst
All of this is
Magistrates.
really loose formation, and it's all ranged.
For the arena
All
and
of those
Nuln.
things would just blast our front line into little bits. Then even in melee, it'll be a problem. And then they have their, like, huge amount of furies, which will not be stopped before they reach all their back line. This is the perfect counter to our army. In fact, there's a lot of counters to our army. Our army is, like, way too focused on ranged stuff. And it's all direct fire, so it's actually quite difficult to make sure that we're constantly getting damage into places we need it. So it's a terrible army, but also kind of brilliant. It's a weird one. It's a very strong army with very strong weaknesses, and this is it. This is the weakness. So,
Leader of the Pale
because yeah, really
Side.
we just want the enemy to sort of wash into our front line, get peppered as they come in, and and then for the artillery to just sort of pound them into the dust. This army doesn't play by those rules. I still think I need to fight them though.
For Wissenland.
Yeah, well, let's try and chase them off.
For Nuln.
Because I have a feeling
For
that we might be able to cheat
Empire.
here. Oh wow, okay, I don't think it'd be that bad. Because like these are all quite basic units. And so I figured they wouldn't have a great like amount of power in the sort of balance of power. But god, I didn't expect it to be this bad. Oh, we will lose a halberdier though. Weird to say close victory, low casualties, but entire units wiped out. But
Protect the
I'll replace it.
Empire.
I'll replace
Either
it. I can't defeat that otherwise. Genuinely, there's no way. So we got a fair bit of cash. Could get more, but I think we need the replenishment because I'm about to go
A
hop over
moment
to
of prayer.
Talabekland, I think. Oh god, that's a good point. Did they just go invisible because they're in this region now? Well, we did kill Modrobob. Defeated the changeling, which is good. Fortunately, playing dead isn't another one of his pranks. Hopefully. Dear God. Stern's Revenge, Free Company Militia, lovely. I'll be sure to do something about it when we get them here. We have regeneration now, thanks to the Everwood root. This enchanted root from Athaloran gives the power of healing to whomsoever is holding it. Vigor loss reduction and regeneration is really powerful. And we have killed 150 enemies with Gunnery School unit. So more schematics. Lovely. And we did that, so more money and Gambler's armor. Ward save and armor. Amazing. Ronald, God of Thieves, Tricksters and Gamblers has blessed this armor and knows who are willing to take a chance. So, nice. Thanks, changeling. Though I am worried now that we're at war with him, he's just going to destroy everything. He does not want peace. Crap. Crappity crap. Well, never mind. We can always teleport back home, can't we? Emperor's Finest, and let's get... Oh, hang on. Maybe not, because I want to get Battle Healing Cap. Minus 25% for enemy armies in local region. They'll be able to heal less. I like that. That's very cool. And then Blessed by Shaish. Cheaper Law of Death spells. I'm surprised it even specified. Because, like, it's all Law of Death. But whatever. Winter magic power reserve capacity plus 10 for the army. Advisor in Nuln makes cheaper gunnery units, and hero cap up for engineers faction-wide, and gunnery units are cheaper. And Darkwalker is quicker to use again. And we also get a passive ability, which gives us physical resistance all the time, and it gates magical weapons within the area. That's really good, because like this kind of sucks against any high-level anything, or any demons, or like whatever, because so many things have magic damage. This means their magic damage won't matter, and that's really nice. That's really cool. So I like that. And Graveyard Rose gives regeneration. We're already getting regeneration, but we can give that item she got to somebody else, which is really good. Casualty replenishment rate up as well is really good. So yeah, I like that. I think we get Graveyard. Oh, the Everwood Root. Because yeah, it's when she levels up she gets these items. I forgot that's how we got them. So yeah, this we can give to someone else. But she unlocked it for our faction, so we get to give that to whoever. Which is fun. I like that. But yeah, let's get Graveyard Rose, I think.
Add it to my collection.
Alright. And let's give you something. Why am I not seeing it? Because it's a banner. I equip it as a banner. That's great. Okay, I like that. So anyone can get regenerate. Oh, it's still Lord or Hero. Fine. You should get a scribe though, and a camp follower. Sure. Cool. Okay. Vanguard deployment for chariot and war machine units in the army, so we can have vanguarding steam tanks, which is kind of cool. In fact, that is kind of cool, because if we have just like a couple of steam tanks, we could have them right in front of the enemy army. It gets swarmed by stuff, and then we just pound the area with mortars and rockets. Which, you know, you might think that's pretty bad for the steam tank, but they're pretty sturdy. Missile strength for the hero's army is great. What's black powder discipline? Oh, if you don't move, it puts up your accuracy and reload skill after a certain amount of time, which I like. I love skills like that. They're really fun. Let's get the missile strength for the army. And a little Blood Bowl pitch, which is very fun. We are going to travel to Talabheim. That's what we're going to do. That is the wrong button. Though while we're here, while we're in the area, let's get more rockets. We don't have any of these. Could get extra missile strength, or we could get like 2 additional rockets. We get so many rockets. Yeah, some pretty cool stuff. God, restock for Pistoliers, Outriders, and War Wagons. That's so good. They can just give themselves more ammo, or somebody else. That's really cool. Very cool. Although, extra ammo for all of our gunners, and extra reload time so they can shoot quicker. Let's just go with the big missile strength. I think that's really useful. So what else do we need, anyway? Have a foundry. And do 5 gunnery school upgrades. We've done 3. Cool. 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 Love it. We are 2 turns away from being able to upgrade that. We should probably get a couple of other things built. Again, I think we're going growth. And now we need to teleport before I can't. So, boop. There we go. Got a little portrait now. Lovely. Cool, cool, cool. This is all busy. Huh. Anyway, we did that. We got 3 grand. The Black Tower rises from the earth like a beacon. Sure does. We travelled. Yep. Elspeth atop her mighty Carmine dragon makes haste to return to one of her Black Towers. I mean, she doesn't have the dragon yet, which is pretty disappointing. And also, she can't move. She can't move while sat here, which I think is a bit rubbish. And, yeah, this has a better garrison now, which is nice. I think these guys are at war, so they could attack us at any point. Well, they could attack Talabheim at any point. And we're not going to contribute to that battle unless we're at war with these guys. Given the armies they've got, they're all very slow. I mean, there's some stuff here that's a bit quicker, but it's weak. That is easy to dispatch, you know? But like Chaos Warriors are really slow. You know, the Giant is, alright, fairly, you know, it's pretty slow actually. But a lot of this stuff is quite slow. Festus is pretty slow. I think we can just like pummel this stuff from a distance fairly successfully. Yeah, alright, I'm declaring war on him. let's declare war. We're going to try and wipe them out. One thing I can do while I'm here, though, is recruit, which is very cool. Let's replace that halberdier. Excellent. God, do I want to merge these guys? If they attack this turn... yeah, if they attack this turn, it's still the same amount of models. But at least means next turn I'll have, yeah, like a full house. Which I think is good. But, yeah, the lack of a front line is a little frightening. Though if they do attack, I mean, Talheim's garrison will help out too. So, you know, that's all good. Steingart, I should upgrade as well. And Fort Sol is still upgrading. Okay, I think everything's working out okay. So they all decided to go and take down Middenstag, which is interesting. And she still can't move for some reason, because of the Pale Scythe quest battle. Well, no quest objective. Anyway, we'll get the Pale Scythe, which is pretty cool. This I remember being really good. The scythe made more of shadow than substance. This weapon, said to be of Von Draken's own making, is attuned to the power of Shyish, so it puts up melee attack and defense, 10% discount on all the spells, minus 20% miscast base chance, and then the Pale Scythe itself, effective intensity increases when nearby allies or enemies cast spells. So as enemies cast spells, your spell resistance goes up and your own spell mastery goes up. It's really cool. The energies of Shyish wax and wane amid tides of blood and carnage. On corpse-ridden battlefields where death lingers like a fog, the purple winds of magic blow a gale, offering untold power to those who dabble in its mysteries. Cut a violent path through the enemies of the Empire and embrace the arcane strands of magic it unleashes. One day soon, they may be forged into deadly focus and wielded like a weapon towards your foes. We need to kill 1,000 enemies with Elspeth. It's a lot. We get 5 grand out of it though, which is cool. And, you know, and the scythe, which is great. Research 8 technologies, we will eventually. Talisman of Preservation, very nice. So, cool. And Crown of Command, not, but maybe. It puts up Leader Aura size a bunch, which I don't think it used to, did it? But Unbreakable, granting Unbreakable stuff I find really boring. It's just, you know, it's so awkward to time at a time when it's useful, because usually if something's going to run, it's because it's getting the crap kicked out of it, in which case you'd rather it just run away. So, you know, just I find it a bit silly. Just, yeah, it doesn't hold any... I hold no love for it. So yeah, they decided to go here.
I think not.
They could still take that over. They might even rush toward Middenheim or something. I want to kill Festus, though. Hugely, because I want to be able to get that replenishment bonus from killing him, which I'm pretty sure is what you get, right? If you kill him, you get replenishment bonus? I think you do. Oh, I think it's replenishment, but just for your lord. I think.
They call me the
But anyway, we can take her gig, no problem. We can give him regeneration, because why not? And yeah, this doesn't feel like something I need to fuss about. Oh, the Mace of Hellsturm. Interesting. That's unusual. Should we have the Mace of Hellsturm? It's so used by Johann Hellsturm, the first Grand Theogenist. When wielded by a warrior whose devotion is beyond reproach, the head of the mace glows so brightly it bursts into flames. God, who has the Mace of Hellsturm? I think someone has it. And yet, I don't think it's Volkmar. I think Volkmar has a different weapon. He might have the Mace of Hellsturm. Huh. Anyway, it's kind of a big deal to just find, you know. I feel like this should be unique, because it is literally a unique mace wielded by someone. But that is pretty cool, though. That is a good item. And do you have a weapon? I guess you don't have a weapon yet. Do you want to have the Mace of Hellsturm for now? Probably better than a Berserker sword, right? Probably. So yeah, the ability, flaming attacks, base weapon damage, and armor-piercing weapon damage will go up. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I could give you Gambler's Armor instead of Glittering Scales, but lowering enemy melee attack is pretty cool. That will keep our front line going for longer. And getting Blast is nice. An extra targeting range, so she can use Spirit Leech from a longer distance. I like that. A lot of good stuff there. And yeah, I think getting these is nice. Turning off magic damage would be
Every
really good
device has its
when dealing with
secrets.
someone like
I
Festus, who
must
obviously does
extract
magic
them.
damage. But yeah, we would get
Lady
big
of
bonus
Shaiish.
to our survivability fighting him. Not that I really want to go toe-to-toe with him, but then also, maybe I do want to go toe-to-toe with him.
Amethyst Mage.
Maybe. We got all the, you know... Yeah, we got the gem that does like flaming attacks, and he regenerates, so we'll do bonus damage as well. It'll also make him, you know, even slower and weak to fire. Like, there's some cool stuff there. So, I don't know. I think we could do some good damage to him. And we use, you know, Hellstorm, get a bunch of extra bonus damage on him. Might work out well. And yeah, he won't be able to get over our physical resist, which will be buffed by that ability that she has, which is here, presumably, somewhere. Not Living Darkness. Well, that is 10%. We get an extra 40 from, yeah, Dark Walker. So he'll be doing half the damage to us. So it's quite good. It's quite good. Right, let's see. Anything else I can do? I don't think so. I think we're going to sit tight, wait for these 3 armies to decide to attack me. I hope they do. If we can defend, you know, do like a siege defense battle against them, I think that'd be really cool. I think it'd be really fun. Line the walls with guns, have a bunch of mortars firing over from whatever town square is nearest their, you know, their area they're attacking us from. I think this could be really fun. But man, I want a flippin'
Amethyst
dragon. Why don't we have a dragon yet? 2 more levels we need. 2 more levels, then we can have a dragon. Love it. Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it here. But we're making progress. We're going to wipe out Festus. Our home provinces are growing. Hopefully we can earn some money while we're up here. You know, hopefully that'll work. And, yeah, hopefully it'll be fine. Although, hang on. I was just thinking, why couldn't I awaken, Flippers, Hockland. Why couldn't I awaken Hockland? It's because they're still alive. They're still alive. I thought I'd be, like, resurrecting the faction, but no. Anyway, never mind. I'll sell it back to them. I'll sell Hergig back to them once I've dealt with these guys. But I needed a place where I wasn't going to suffer attrition, so this worked out best for me anyway. But guys, if you're enjoying this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.
The graveyard rose. Elspeth Von Draken fights to protect the fallen, driving back the forces of evil.